of how love can spring from hate. To prove my point, here are 10 romance anime where enemies become lovers. These include some new anime too. Let's go. Number 10, I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class.
普通だ。丁寧に作られた普通の料理。それは俺にとっては何よりも。
じゃあ食べないで。
なんでだよ。ここまで来てお預けとかないだろ。
美味しくないなら食べないでいいわ。
Remember that time when your grandpa asked you to marry the girl you hate the most and even live together with her? No? Well, that's because that stuff only happens in anime. Saitao Hoju is married to his school rival, the infamous Akane Sakura Mori, and now these two need to live together in the same house. Honestly, I've done so many videos about the living together trope, but what makes this special is how the relationship gets spiced up because the two are complete rivals. That's going to raise some tough questions. Will the wife cook for our main character because she's his rival? Who's going to do the dishes? Who's going to clean the house? But most of all, what's going to happen when these two are forced to sleep in the same bed? Number 9, Kuroshii.
あ、もしかして分かってない？これ今ナンパしてるんだけど。ほら。僕一応賞金首だし、なかなか女の子と近づきになれる機会なんてなくてさ。
Nothing like assassins trying to fall in love, am I right? That's the whole selling point of Kuroshii. This show is about two totally different assassins falling in love. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Watching them's like seeing a cat hunt down a bird. It's intense, but so fun. The main guy might sound like your average Wattpad protagonist, but trust me, he's pretty cool to watch.
困るな。突然だと。手加減できないでしょ。怪我したくないよね。
Now, if you are a manga lover like me, you could do one better and go read the manga. The anime adaptation is good, but I felt like the manga story gave the proper pacing the show deserved. And sometimes the good old backstories can get annoying. But hey, on the good side, the main girl looks like a Korean version of Annie Leonhardt from Attack on Titan. Number 8, Yakuza Fiancé.
よしな。
なんであんたここが？
愛かな。吉野がどこにいてもすぐわかるんだよね。
Right after Assassins, we have Yakuza, because we better finish off the anime with the bad boys first. When Some Renji from the Some group is ordered to marry Miyama Kirishima from the Miyami clan, she's expecting some creepy, terrifying guy. And yeah, he's actually a crazy, terrifying guy. But Miyami has her own goals. She wants to make him fall in love with her so badly, she could break her heart.
バレて怒られる前に白状しようと思ったんだけど、やっぱり怒ってる。
This feels like something that came out of a guy who watched Twilight then played too many Yakuza games. But I think this is one of the animes in this list that embraces the whole enemies becoming lovers concept wholeheartedly. In all other anime, there are small moments of wholesomeness between the couple even in the first episodes, but here, it's all swords and daggers. Number 7, My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex.
入り戸水戸だ。君の義兄の。
Japan once again found a way to use the stepsister trope creatively. This is probably like the 10th time that has been done, but this time our main character's stepsister is also his ex. So once upon a time, there lived a guy. He finds a girlfriend. Then they break up after a while, and then he finds out his dad married his ex's mom. Yep, the ex-girlfriend is now his stepsister.
どこか行くの？
行かないよ。今日は家にいるって。
嘘。前は帰っちゃった。
This has the classic, "What are you doing, Nissan?" vibes. The plot isn't super deep or anything, but the characters are what make it fun. They're sharp, and instead of your usual romance, you get these little love battles. Once again, these two are living in the same house, and trust me, that's what makes it so interesting. Number 6, Endo and Kobayashi Live.
これは私の色。何それ。かわいい。
This is about Aoto Kobayashi, a guy who likes tsunderes, just like you. Aoto is completely hooked on an otame game named Magikoi, and he's obsessed with Lieselette Reifenstahl, the game's villain. Things then get wild when Sigvald, one of the characters, starts hearing Ato's voice in the game. Suddenly, Kobayashi becomes a sort of god, doing everything he can to save Lieselette, everyone's favorite tsundere, from her tragic fate.
だから私です。このリボンには私が自分で刺繍を入れました。ああ、もうご注文は受けたまわりましたわ。
Sometimes anime breaks the fourth wall from time to time, but this completely shatters the fourth wall and pulverizes it. This is all about people in the real world interacting with people in a fantasy world. No, don't throw this away, thinking it's gonna be unrealistic. Trust me, this knows how to do fourth wall breaks better than Deadpool. Okay, maybe not better than Deadpool, but it comes close. Number 5, the Cafe Terrace and its goddesses.
何よその顔、ムカつくわね。
褒めてやってんだろうが。
はあ、遠回しに嫌味言ってるだけでしょ。っていうか気持ち悪いのよ。
Now, this isn't one of those anime where we multiply the haters by 5. But on the good side, that means more girls fall in love with Meet Hayato, a guy who returns to his childhood home after his grandma passed away. And surprise, surprise, he finds 5 girls living there who all claim to be part of his grandma's family. Now he's stuck with 2 options: kick him out or team up with him to rebuild their home. You can probably guess which one he picks, right?
このサラダ以外全部うまいじゃん。
悪かったわね。サラダは私が作ったのよ。
ピシッ。
Cafe Terrace follows the classic harem anime formula with plenty of familiar tropes, but it nails the character dynamics and drama just right. This is an anime that uses the whole girl who hates me is slowly starting to fall for me trope really well to build its story. Yeah, at times it might look like the quintuplets ripoff, but the writing and the drama makes it totally worth it. Number 4, Skippy.
そんなに良かった。
憎悪と怒りで、憎悪と怒りで。かっこいい上に美しいなんて。
What happens when the guy you've been helping all the time only views you like some lowly maid? That's enough to send anyone blazing. And that's what happens to Koyoko, a girl who does everything to help her childhood friend enter the showbiz. And so she decides to craft her own path and enter the showbiz herself.
まさか私のことわからないの？
ごめん。ファンの顔いちいち覚えてないんだ。
Skippy can make your heart skip a beat with its amazing writing. On the surface, it's a story about revenge, but not the dark, grim kind where someone's out to kill everyone who wronged them. Nope, this is the love revenge done really, really well. The characters feel alive and don't fall into the usual boring character stereotypes. And one of the best things about this show is the female lead. Number 3, trapped in a dating sim, the world of otame games is tough for mobs.
どうしたのオリビアさん。
リビアです。リビアと呼んでください。ダメですか？実家だとみんなリビアって呼んでくれてて。なら私のことはアンジュと呼べ。
The moral of this story is to never play dating sims and walk down the stairs, because when our main character finishes the dating sim his sister handed over to him, he falls down the stairs and dies, and gets reincarnated into that very game. This guy hates otame games, so he tries to stay out of trouble as much as possible, but trouble comes finding him.
ほら行くぞ。早く早く。
こんなに可愛くて優しい2人がそばにいるのに、俺には手が出せないなんて。
The main character in Trapped in a Dating Sim isn't dumb at all. He's not afraid to take down his enemies or win over the girls. There are 2 love interests for him, and the anime shakes up the usual Trapped in a Game story by replacing the main girl from the game with someone else. Plus, this show has all kinds of cool stuff. Fantasy elements, mecha robot battles, betrayals, isekai vibes, school drama, royalty. Basically way more than your average isekai anime. Number 2, more than a married couple, but not lovers.
何恥ずかしがってんのよ、童貞くん。こんなことしても全然平気。
このふわとろプリンなぬくもりは。
Ah, yes. Take your wine glasses and pour some wine, because this is some of the finest living together, love you, hate you, love triangle romance anime to come out. The story is about a high school class called Couples Practice, where students are paired up to act like a couple, and they're stuck in a room, monitored by cameras, and graded on how well they do. The unlucky pair in the spotlight, Jiro Yakuen and Akari Watanabe. But here's the twist. Jiro also has a childhood crush.
何ボケっとしてんの。さっさとなんかやって。
When I say this executes all the romance anime tropes right, I actually mean it. At times, it's got this sweet, wholesome feel, and at other times, you're wondering which girl the main character is going to pick. And at other times, you're wondering how the most popular girl in school is going to fall in love slowly with Jiro. Trust me, this is gold. Number 1, a silent voice.
俺の机で何してんの？何やってたんだよ、気持ち悪い。
Now this is the godfather of enemies becoming lovers anime out there. This is about Shoya. At first, he's a bully picking on a deaf girl named Shoko. But over time, he becomes withdrawn, pessimistic, and shuts people out until he meets Shoko again.
ありがとう。
A silent voice isn't just another love story. It's about understanding others and learning to accept everyone's flaws. It's a heartfelt slice of life about personal growth and self-discovery. If you're ready for tears and a little heartbreak, then you need to add a silent voice to your watch list. You're not gonna cry because it's a sad story, but because it's gonna punch you right in the gut and then rip out your heart before handing it back. Trust me, only animes can mess with your emotions like that.